Hello. So this is the third part of Guide to Adventure Flying in Brazil. So in the first I discussed the safety, basically of flying there, different aspects that are relevant to safety. In the second part we discussed the transportation and different takeoffs in Sertao region, and actually just in the part of Sertao, because there's much more than what we discussed. And this part is gonna be about the reality of volbiving in Brazil. So basically, like if you fly and sleep in a tent and move around. So, and and then at the end I will explain what you see in this photo, because this is a pretty particular delicacy of this region. So you need to survive. You need air. There is enough. You need water, and water is actually, you need to carry a lot of water with you. Whenever you enter a house or you find someone, you enter you find some people living somewhere, they will be sharing water with you. Actually, everyone buys like the big, like 20 liters big bottles, of water. There are centers where you can refill those, the community kind of like centers where you can refill those with water. So there is no tap water, so to say. Actually, the problem is that the groundwater around there is salty, so you cannot just take water from the ground. That's why actually all of those guys they use like bottled water, like the big bottles. And whenever you come by a city or a house, and you can always ask, and the guys, they will be more than happy to give you water. So but if you, so this is actually, there is no tap water in the sense, I mean, there is no drinkable tap water on the countryside, but when you enter cities, and even smaller ones, then actually there is tap water, and the locals don't drink it. They don't recommend to drink it, but you can actually drink it. I mean, I could, and I had nothing with this. So in case that you have no access to water, then no other access to water, then you can, I mean, I cannot guarantee you that you'll survive it, but at least I've drunk this water in the cities, the tap water, and that it was okay. I never had anything with my stomach. So this is regarding the water. And when we touch already this, you can already ask, the showers are everywhere. On every gas station basically you have a shower. So Brazilians are proud of showering like 3 times a day. So actually this is pretty cool that you find showers on almost every gas station. And those showers are mostly for free. On the gas stations also, many of those gas stations, not all of them, but many provide free coffee. So you may also get a free coffee. The same for the Wi-Fi. In case for some reason you don't have roaming in Brazil, you may use the Wi-Fi. The internet is actually available everywhere. Like even you enter some countryside where it's just dirt roads and houses that are very basic, but they all have like internet connection. So, and they all have Wi-Fi, and they are always happy to share the Wi-Fi with you. So this is no problem there. The coverage is not always the best, but it's a big country again. So I mean, the coverage of mobile internet basically on your phone is not always the best. So you should actually have offline maps with you. Yeah, that's very important. Like I use Alpine Quest with OpenStreetMaps. I can download them before and then use them offline. The same for Google Maps. If you browse something on your phones and Google Maps, satellite photos basically, satellite images, then they stay on the phone, so you can access them offline. This is pretty important because in case of that, sometimes it's not easy to understand from a map actually what's going on with the road or terrain. And if you look on the satellite photo, then it's getting much clearer. So this is actually, yeah, what I've been using. I'm using like OpenStreetMaps, like the bicycle car map, because there you have also like water sources. And although I'm not sure if that was in Brazil, they were all indicated, maybe not. And then of course the Google Maps satellite images. So this is very important for navigation. And then food. So the problem in Brazil is a little bit they use a lot of very sweet. So the products that you buy there are very sweet, so it's not really healthy. I tend to avoid this. So that's why actually my choice of food was basically limited pretty strongly by that. And actually mainly I was I almost live out of those coconuts. So they put them in the refrigerator and then you get them very cold. It's a perfect refreshment. Actually, probably that's why I wasn't drinking so much water there, because I was actually drinking coconuts. They are selling them everywhere. So the coconuts and grill is something that you find in every small town, every station. Maybe not grill, but coconuts are everywhere, and the grills are also ubiquitous in many places. And then if you once you have a coconut, you can just drink it. But if you ask them to open it, and then you can take the rest of the coconut, eat the white coconut. I don't know how you call it. The interior of the coconut, and it's delicious. It's not always present in all coconuts. The fresher the coconut, the less there is of this white substance. But yeah, it's some coconuts are really delicious. So actually, this is the #1 drink I had there. And you will drink a lot because it's so hot. And then coconuts like this, they also give you some. This is like, actually I'm not pretty sure what kind of stuff is this, but yeah, they sell also, there are stands where they sell some other fruits. Fruits are also very easily accessible, and actually also extremely cheap. I mean, 1 kilo of great mangoes cost you something like 30 euro cents. So this is pretty crazy. But this is in a huge shop. I mean, if you buy it from a smaller one, they're more expensive, a little bit more expensive. But yeah, so fruit is great there. Also provides you with a lot of fluids that you need. And yeah, this is the sperm of cashew. Just joking. This is the juice of cashew. Cashew juice, basically. Cashew is you may know this cashew because everywhere you can buy this cashew nut, and those are nuts that are here inside. But there are those fruits, you will find them actually those trees. They are not one of few trees that are actually growing in desertic areas, those cashew trees. So if you get somewhere it's really hot, there's nothing there, no water, nothing, you will still be able to find often near the road just those trees with cashews. And this fruit has a lot of water, so it's also very good if you need water. But what you have to keep in mind that the nut, this is here, you can only eat it after it has been roasted, so you cannot eat it when it's raw. It's toxic. This is what ChatGPT says. So I was using pretty heavily ChatGPT on all the plants that I met there to get an idea about if something is eatable or not. But there are not so many. I also tried with cactuses. There is a legend, local legend, and there was a kind of like civic war or something, and people hiding in the desert. They were eating cactuses. There are some that have like fruits. So I tried one, and I got like those the needles of cactuses, or the thing that's picking. Actually, I got it in my mouth, so that was a pretty stupid idea. So don't do this. Don't eat cactuses. And this is the juice of the cashew. So actually, you can buy this like concentrate and mixed with water. The taste is pretty special, but you drink it for looks, not for the taste. Okay, and this is a typical meal. Um, so actually, the locals they invite you. I mean, if you depending on, because there are different, but there are different types of locals. You may find some guys who are property owners there, and they are actually, for the local circumstances, pretty rich. And it was actually always when I was there that I was invited for lunch or dinner, and it looks something like this, or also with egg. But the trick is that you get like beans, rice, and pasta, one plate, and then some meat to this, or eggs, depending on the version. And even if you get to some like poor neighborhood, they will also treat you the best they can. Actually, maybe it won't be exactly with the meat, but you will get rice for sure and beans. So actually, I spent, like, since I was landing often in someone's field, and they were actually, either I was passing by the home, or they were already proactively like asking how they can help me, and I was always going for the internet and the water, but I was also always offered a lunch. So there was a moment, pretty long, I think, that I wasn't really shopping, just maybe just for fruits, but I wasn't really shopping any other food because I was being fed by the local people. This is pretty special in Sertao. People, you are just like a one big family basically. Everyone is happy to help, and have you at their home. That's why it's so nice to be there. And yeah, so we get this all regarding the foods, water, internet, transportation. I discussed in the other one. Putting your tent, you can actually put it anywhere. This is my experience, although locals will tell you that many places are dangerous. But yeah, I had no experience with any danger there. But this is the truth, and also they tell you be aware of snakes, and they sometimes tell you put the tent at their home, because if you put it in bushes, there is they are afraid that the snake, you can get bitten by the snake. I haven't experienced this, but I only spent there 2 months, so just relaying you what the locals say, and they are probably right. And there's no tenting, like, the people, they don't use tents in Brazil, so you cannot buy it there. So actually, if you put the tent somewhere, they just don't know what's going on, basically. And so yeah, I freaked out one farmer because he found my tent in the field, 5 a.m. and he just freaked out and was running away. Um, Maybe he thought I'm an alien or something. Um, yeah, so this is actually what you need. And for toilets, so there are, like, again, on the gas stations you find toilets. Otherwise, you have your toilet paper with you. Um, it's always very important to wash your anus after toilet. This is what I discovered. If you walk a lot and you don't, I mean, there is a lot of shower possibilities in Brazil, so it's not so critical. But in case you don't have a shower, my experience is it's always important to do this the Arabic way, kind of like washing your ass with water and soap. Um, and what else? Yeah, and this is it, I believe. And this is it. The mosquitoes, stuff like this, that was no problem in Brazil. It's so dry, there's no way that any mosquitoes can survive. I mean, there are also some dams, some artificial lakes, quite a lot of them, but I think I've never slept. Actually, once I slept in an area with mosquitoes. Okay, yeah, once I did it. But then it depends. If there is a lot of wind, then there are not so many of those mosquitoes, and if there's no wind, yeah, then there are mosquitoes biting you. But it was very rare actually to find a place where there's enough water for the mosquitoes to survive. So this and yeah, and I would say this is it. So I think this is the last part. If I missed something or you wanna learn something more about this, uh, then yeah, then let me know. Maybe I forgot to tell you, or I mentioned that the grills actually where they're grilling this meat, they're also pretty ubiquitous and it's pretty delicious. Yeah, so like if you liked, subscribe if you haven't yet, and see you watching another video. Another video is gonna be about the Alps, I think, volbiving in the Alps.